Well, what's happening, Critical Ventures? Coach Chris here. I'm out on my father-in-law's farm out in eastern Kansas, and I want to show you what you can do to completely beat yourself up if you are out on a farm and you have zero equipment. But there is a lot of stuff around to give yourself an amazing workout, and I'm going to walk you through what's sitting here as scrap or as actual farm equipment to prove what you can do to work out when you have zero gym equipment at your fingertips. So let's get started. Well, here's something that you find on a farm: a huge round hay bale, and they are all over this farm. My father-in-law's got quite a big area here in eastern Kansas. Mostly works with cows, but he does raise soybean and wheat, and it's pretty fantastic here. But all over his farm, you find these. These are pretty essential when you have a lot of cows. So it's pretty amazing what you can do with hay bales in terms of getting good exercise. Just moving these things around, if you're not using a truck, can be enough work in and of itself. So I'll take you through a few things that you can do with these, and very effective forms of exercise. So let's move on to some other stuff laying around here on the farm. Alright, so here's an anvil, which is a common item found on a farm. This one here is somewhere in the 100 to 120 pound range. It's shaped, in a kind of an awkward shape, so it makes it slightly challenging to hold on to pick up, and but it kind of makes it the perfect object if you're training for strongman stuff. You pick something up like this, carry it for distance, do it for speed, do it for time, whatever the case may be. And probably the best way to hold something like this would be to come up underneath it and hold it close to your body, just like this. So yeah, I would say that this is easily 100 pounds, might be slightly over 100 pounds. And it's the real deal right there. So another item that you'll find on a farm that you can beat yourself up with. Let's go find some more stuff. Well, I'm not going to be pulling that tractor anytime soon. I think that might be a bit much. However, as I pan around, what do we have here? We have a large chain and a pretty good sized tire with a rim in it. Now, what can we do with that? Well, easy. Hook the one hook into the rim of the tire and do some one arm like prowler work, really. You got that dead weight, got the chain hooked up to it, and you can do some terrific one arm row pullbacks where you're just running backwards and one arm rowing it. And let me tell you, this tire with the rim in it is probably, if I had to guess, it's probably somewhere in the 80 to 100 pound range, just because the rim has a fair amount of weight as well. So that dead weight just laying on the ground and you're dragging it along the rocky, dirty ground for distance, that's a workout. Well, you can't quite tell what I'm looking at right now, but if I move a little closer, you can tell. There's some pretty nasty stuff here on the farm, although that spider looks quite convincing. That's its little sack of babies right there. Very convincing spider. However, it's just a yellow garden spider. They are very intimidating, but they are all over the farm. You look right here, you got another one. Boom. Right there. And they are going after these guys. Grasshoppers, which are all over the farm. I mean, you can't walk 5 steps without grasshoppers jumping all over. There's one jumping up against the side of the barn. And pretty amazing. Big farm. As I give you a little tour here. Now, look at this. On the side of the barn, we have some 8-foot old oil pipes here. Hey, and there's a little doggy. Hey, Charlie Brown. So, you got these big 8-foot long pieces of pipe. And you can see over this way where these pipes are being used. This is obviously where we work cattle. Move the cows right through this, and you got them in the chute right there where you can do whatever you got to do with them. Whether it's give them shots or dehorn them or whatever you got to do to work with them. And you see all those steel pipes that are used to anchor in all this fencing. They're sticking out of the ground about 5 feet, so they're down about 3 feet. So anyway, these are not cheap, but they're great to hold up your fencing. However, when you have extras, they can be used as bars for a number of exercises. So I will get to those. The best thing to do would probably just get it.
I mean, yeah, just drop it.
Over.
Yeah. Want some help?
No, we got it. I got a couple big tires here from the tractor just leaning against these trees. They still have their rims in them, so that definitely adds to the weight a little bit. Kind of your standard size tire for doing tire flips. It was kind of down in the dirt. Kind of pushed it to tip it over, and I'm gonna have my brother-in-law and I flip it out of here so we can get it off onto some level ground. Yeah, some really nice sized hornets just kind of doing their thing right now. We'll get it out here onto some level ground so I can actually do some exercises with it. Yeah, I gotta get some leverage on this one. Lean into it, use your leg. 1, 2, 3.